Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and listen, go on your Instagram and tell me what you see in your stories. I think you might see a couple of your friends outside and about, which means I think that things are really starting to ease down. We're seeing some normality in the world, which means that university education system is gonna be just around the corner, and some of you are going to be starting university in either September or in October. Things are still very uncertain as to how that's going to happen, but it looks like it's going to happen. So since a lot of you are going to be starting university in September or October, I thought I would team up with Unite students and giving you 5 different items that you need to bring with you to your accommodation. Now, specifically, Unite students are the leading university accommodation service provider in the UK. They have accommodation in over 22 different cities, and they provide accommodation for 50,000 students from a range of different backgrounds. Now, I was someone who was very serious when it came to accommodation because I knew how important it was going to be for me during my 3 years at Cambridge, and now living in a studio in law school where I basically spent every single second just studying at home. Accommodation is very important to you, and that's why Unite aims to provide students success from their home, meaning with the great facilities that they have, ranging to their online app that you can use to even connect with your housemates before you move in. And more importantly, one thing that I really like about them is that they're one of the few student accommodation providers that cancelled rent for last term. Given everything that happened when students need to go home, they cancelled rent, which I thought was just, I think that's really cool. So without further ado, here are 5 things I believe you need when you move into university to help you have your success from home. And the first item is something that I've told you guys about on my channel before, and it is extension plugs. Listen, the world is changing, okay? Technology and electronics are taking over the world. You need more than just 2 sockets. You need to charge your laptop, you need to charge your phone, you need to charge your printer, you need to charge your lamp. And some items of Amazon now that are being shipped from all over the world don't even come with a UK socket. They come with a USB instead because it's more universal. And so you might even need to get extension plugs that have a USB socket. For example, my lamp is one of them. Because take it from me, there is literally nothing worse than you not having enough sockets. So you're like, okay, I'll charge my phone because that's my alarm clock and my communicating device in one. And so I'll leave my laptop charger. And then what happens? You go to uni. Oh, having so much fun, great, happy and lectures. And then you realize it's 10%. And then you say, oh, hey, Christine, do you have a charger? No. Oh, hey, Jack, do you have a charger? No. Oh, hey, Alhamdulillah, do you have a charger? No. And so that's it. Battery's dead and you failed. Okay, minus the dramaticness. Sometimes you're just not going to know what rooms in a library or in a department are going to have sockets. So just make sure everything is charged beforehand. Extension plugs. Okay, tip number 2. The second item is something that I have used since my A-level years, which is probably something that's really helped me during studying, which is white ball pens for a whiteboard. There's no substitution for it. For me, when I was doing English coursework and I just wanted to write down my paragraphs and I would try to change different words, if I was doing a sociology mind map and I just wanted to very quickly brainstorm, instead of wasting paper or, having to afford paper, getting a whiteboard, stick it on your room for tasks, just literally anything, even noughts and crosses. A whiteboard is just so useful, and you can have a small one, but I think if you invest in like a large one that you can stick with command hooks on your university accommodation wall, like you're fine. This is my one, let me show you it. And today we're going to be doing an introduction to psychology, specifically an introduction to behavioral psychology. And whiteboard is something that you will continue to use, be it A-levels, your degree, your masters, at the place of work. Whiteboards are essential and there's not really a replacement for them. So try to invest in a good whiteboard. And the third item, we're going to move into the bathroom section. Now, I had ensuite in my first year and my second year, but in my final year, I had a shared house, and I didn't mind sharing with 3 other people. It was actually okay because they were very clean. However, I will say the item you need to get is a shower caddy so you can organize your own bathroom items. Because listen, one of the people that I shared my bathroom with was a girl, and a beautiful, extravagant girl who had the most amazing products. Emma, as much as I love you, and as much as I love her products are different to mine. And I have contact lenses in right now. I wear glasses. I'm -6. So when I go into my shower, I take my glasses off and therefore I'm blind. You know how many times I almost would use Femme Fresh for my hair? I'll be using all these products, hair removal cream, thinking it's some nice shower gel. And just to avoid muck growing on the bottom of your shower floor, make sure you just lift everything up, getting a shower caddy from pretty much Wilkinson's or Powerland or anywhere you want, just to attach to your shower rod or even attach to your shower door. Organize yourself, and it's just hygienically a lot more better. And just carrying on from that, speaking of hygiene, let's also talk about slippers. Listen, go ham. You can get your Nike slippers, you can get your Fenty Puma slippers, you can get your Asda slippers, you can get your Crocs, whatever you want. But slippers are so essential because not just for the shower, if you have a shared set, but also your kitchens. Also just when you leave your room generally, because you don't want to be with your nice soft feet touching on this dustiness. So make sure you just invest in either £1, £2 to £20 slippers. There were times where I didn't have my slippers, for example, this year during law school because I left them in when I was abroad. And going to take out the rubbish or just going to the shop, sometimes you really just don't want to put on long shoes. You just want to slide into something. And so slippers, I think I would invest. I'm even wearing my Fenty Pumas that I've had for 4 years. 4 years I've had these. Invest in slippers. But make sure you get slippers that actually fit your shoe, because you know how many times I'll be in the library and all you hear was flip flop, flip flop, flip flop. You knew it was me coming. People knew it was Ibsmal here. He's coming to the library with his camera and his floppy slippers. So just invest in shoes that actually don't sound too loud, but flip flops is the way forward with slippers. So slippers, make sure you invest. Get two. Have one that's kind of cheap that you use for the bathroom, you know, like a beach slipper, and then have another slipper that's a lot more durable that you can use maybe if you're just too lazy, you want to go to the vending machine outside or the nearest shop outside, or if you have a kitchen outside or to your friend's house for whatever reason. Okay, I see you, just slippers. And the final item is something that you need for downtime, a projector. Again, the world has changed and people have been creating these adventures that's made the electronical competitive market for projectors to go all over the place. Meaning that you can now get some pretty cheap projectors. There are some that can range from £20. There are also some that can range from £300. Maybe if you want to go halves or divide it with your housemates, so you can invest in that. But getting a projector where you can kind of blast it onto your walls in your student accommodation, either by yourself or with your friends. And you know, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have a habit of I want to be at my laptop doing kind of menial tasks, but at the same time like watching something, and you can't do that with your one laptop. So sometimes just blasting Netflix, you know, Friends, Avatar, Legend of Aang, and just doing kind of emails. I don't know, there's something nice about that. And I don't know, I like my projector that I have here. This is a BenQ projector. It was sent to me. Listen, it's pretty much amazing. It is portable, but this is expensive. My friend Christina bought her one for about £30–40. And then I even have some friends, I don't know how Cambridge students with all their mathematical engineering, they have a projector that they connected to a laptop that had an emulator to play Nintendo Wii. So they were playing Mario Kart on their projector in their student accommodation. Everybody wanted to come to my room because I had the projector. It's a good way to make friends and socialize and just bribe people to make you food. Like, oh, should we have a movie night? Okay, we can watch it at mine, but can you cook? Save money. Hey guys, that's it for me today. Those are 5 items that I honestly do believe you should take with you to university. And guys, listen, make sure you comment down below any items, if you're in either in second year or final year, if you're doing a master's, that you feel is really important to all the freshers. I will read every single comment, because even I want to know what to bring, because law school isn't ending. There's law school second year, LPC year. So I'm going to still be a student, so please comment down below to give me some tips as well. And finally, you can find additional advice about getting ready for university on Unite's blog. I'll link it in the description down below. Apart from that, I hope you guys are staying safe. School is coming. Okay, a bit early for that, okay? But we're better to be prepared than to be sorry. What's the words? Better to be safe than sorry. The early bird gets the word, but the second mouse gets the cheese. I don't know. Just be prepared, okay? Good night. God bless. Mwah.